Good afternoon, everybody. We are Team One, and our project was the Artificial Intelligence Chatbot. I am Quentin Peters, the project manager and a technical writer for the project.
And I'm Albert Huang. I am a software developer for the team.
I am Alex Shavancy. I'm also a software developer for the team.
My name's Austin Steele, and I was also a software developer.
And I'm Elizabeth Fleming, and I was the documentation manager and one of the technical writers for the project.
So why do we need an AI chatbot? Well, the chatbot allows the user to have a unique experience with the artificial intelligent agent we've provided inside. And this provides information quickly and efficiently to the user. This is also exposing us to work and test with the new agent, as well as giving the user an opportunity to learn and interact with it. So the desired features we wanted to have within the AI chatbot came to a focal point, and we wanted the artificial intelligence to be the desired point of it. And this would allow the chatbot to, recognize keywords and patterns to be able to give the most accurate result possible to the user. As well, we wanted it to have the capability of even having general conversations. So with that, we wanted the whole user interface to be easy to navigate and understand. This will be easier for the user and the developer side. And when it actually created a response, when we asked it questions, we wanted the answers or the responses to be like a short message type format. We didn't want it to be too long or too short, but we wanted the answer to have relative information. So we wanted it to be short and accurate. And every time we tested it, it was generally lower than 3 seconds. And so whenever we run this, it is in a browser, but if anyone ever wanted to implement the chatbot into their own website, we made it easy due to it being hosted in a web browser.
Once we had developed the high-level specifications for our project, our next step was to decide the specific types of questions we wanted our chatbot to be able to answer. After weighing the options, we decided we wanted it to answer questions about moving to. Therefore, we chose to get our answers from the Moving to Campus page on USI's website, as you can see in the picture. Now for a little bit about how our chatbot functions. Once a user asks a question, it searches the question for keywords. It then compares those to the preloaded dataset containing the keywords and associated questions and answers found on USI's Moving to Campus page. If it finds a match, it will select the answer associated with that keyword, or in some cases, randomly select one of the many answers associated with the keyword and send the response. If, however, it can't find a match, it will respond with a conversation-style answer, which we will see demonstrated later.
So what you see here is the architectural design of the USI chatbot. And the user interacts with it by typing a question, a query, or a message. And using the web interface, this message is sent to the AI chatbot service. And this message is propagated further, first to the Q&A dataset, our pre-trained model using neural network. And if it's unable to match with a certainty of 60%, the question is passed on to the conversation AI, and the results is propagated back to the AI chat service and back to the web interface and finally to the user. Next.
So we used a couple languages and frameworks when creating this chatbot. Our first thing that we used was Python, which was the basis for the AI chatbot itself, and it uses TensorFlow to help train. For the web interface itself, we used Vue, and in order to get Python and Vue to interact, we had to write the Python in Flask. And as you can see here on the left picture, this is what it looks like when our chat is first started. It gives you a welcome message. It's a pop-up message on the bottom of your screen. And then on the right side in the picture, you can see when you ask it a question, it does respond to you as in like a normal chat, looks like a normal AI chat.
So we determined a few different ways the AI chatbot can impact the interactions between users and a client. For one, a Q&A data set from any client, in this case we used USI, can be taught to the chatbot and integrated into the website of the client for users to interact with. This leads us to the second point, where the AI chatbot does not create a distraction for the overall site, but instead complements the experience the user has when visiting the site due to the bot's ability to quickly answer questions and to hold a generalized conversation with the user if necessary. On the client end, this eliminates a significant amount of person-to-person communication, as the information can be provided through the chatbot, so it becomes a major time saver. There were several takeaways and lessons we as a team learned in working on the project. Team coordination was a major component to it. And considering the COVID-19 outbreak, the move to fully remoted communication was a big change from our weekly in-person meetings. However, we were able to overcome that obstacle and communicate effectively to continue progressing on the project. Another big takeaway was the ability for the team to maintain a schedule with our own deadlines as well as those placed on us by the professors. We had to stay on top of the task and prioritize when things need to be done based on these deadlines. This ties in to the other lesson we learned, which was flexibility. Due to the nature of the project and the change in circumstances because of the outbreak, our plan for the project had to be incredibly flexible and adaptive to the situations that arose. There were several obstacles we had to overcome and adapt around to complete the project, and we're able to do so only because we followed a plan that could be evolved over time. So with that, are there any questions before we move on to the demonstration? If not, I will let Al take it from here with the demonstration.
All right, can everyone see the screen?
No, you need to share the screen.
All right.
No, it's good.
There we go.
All right, so what you see here, we have two browsers up. On the left-hand side, what you see is on the lower left-hand corner is the actual USI chatbot. And as you can see, its default state is, hello, welcome to the USI chat. I love to answer questions about moving to USI. And we purposely left the space on the rest of the page blank. And the point is that this is easily integrated into other websites. So the USI chatbot we view it as a component system, so you can easily plug in actual web content in the back and just have it sit on the side. And on the right-hand side, we have the web browser where we pull the information from for our training model. So today I'll be demonstrating two types of general capability from our chatbot. First is the pre-trained model, and the second will be general conversation. So for example, when I look on the right, I see the immunizations. So one question I might have would be, what kind of immunization do I need? And I can send the question. And as you can see, we're pulling the same information as from the USI website. And another question perhaps we can ask might be, is there mini fridge, for example? And so we're able to retrieve the answer. If you bring in mini fridge that's currently in use, please unplug the fridge. And next, I'm going to try a couple questions for our general chatbot. So for example, we can ask, what is your name? So our chatbot's name is Jane, and I'm a student, and it starts to attempt to engage a conversation with me. And what are my hobbies? And I can say, for example, oh, I like to write. And then, as you can tell, it's actually pretty intelligent. It tells me that it likes to draw and paint. And we can also ask it some question about general knowledge, for example. Do pigs fly, for example? So with questions that the chatbot does not know, it will just throw back some general response that it does not know how to respond. We can ask another question, for example. Of USI, for example. So I guess this time is pretty cute. It says his name is the president of USI, and then she tries to talk about something else about she speaks French and English fluently to steer the conversation to a different direction. So I think that concludes our software demonstration of the USI chatbot, and we're happy to take more questions now that you see the software, if anyone has any.